Yes. J.A. Adande, let me hear your Ray Clay impression.
From North Carolina, at guard, 6'6", Michael Jordan.
All right, around the home with Adande and Spain. I couldn't have asked for two better guests. And also Tim Cowlishaw joining us. Also appearing. We got it. We ask, we shall receive The Last Dance, Jason Hare's documentary on the 1998 season, Michael Jordan's last run. April 19th. It's coming to us early. They moved heaven and earth just to do this. We know that behind the scenes. But, Jay, I got to start with you. You covered this team. You were interviewed for the documentary. What can we expect? What are you most looking forward to?
You can expect that it'll be awesome instead of awesomer. I mean, the reason that they wanted to hold off until June is because they're still working on it. They have so many hundreds of hours of footage to edit down. Yeah. But it's still going to be great. I was able to see a preview last year, and you'll get a sense for the intensity of Michael Jordan. I think that's the main thing that'll come from both the behind the scenes and the old footage that they air, how intense this guy was every single night. I'm interested in finding out just how messed up it was behind the scenes as this team was, on the brink of being disassembled. It's similar to the 03-04 Lakers team that I covered that wound up being the last, run for Kobe and Shaq and Phil Jackson. Yeah. And after that season, as messed up as it was, we saw in Phil Jackson's book, it was even worse than we knew. And I had been around that team every day. So I'm interested in seeing how much worse it was than we knew. And the key difference between those two teams is those both teams, Phil Jackson was able to make it us against them being upper management.
Yeah.
That Lakers team, it was everyone against each other. But Phil Jackson did a good job. And I think that'll come out that
and
he made
Jordan
it
versus
guys in the locker room
against.
Yeah, and Jordan versus everyone. Like, if you weren't up to his level, he had no time for you whatsoever.
So we'll get a look at that. So you're interested to see the dirt. That's interesting for me to hear from somebody who covered the team. You know that there's dirt there, and you want to see how much dirt you didn't get access to initially. Sarah Spain, I know it breaks your heart a little bit that you weren't asked to be interviewed here, but I know you were also 16 when this was happening. The biggest Bulls fan in the world, the biggest Michael Jordan fan in the world. What are you most excited to see?
Well, the behind the scenes for sure, like J.A. says, because we've gotten spoiled now with stuff like Hard Knocks, but this is unprecedented in the NBA, especially at that time, for them to allow this NBA entertainment crew to follow them for an entire season. So at the time, I VHS taped every single game of that season or watched it live. I got every, Michael Jordan's Playground, Come Fly With Me. I had every book. I had Michael Jordan's secret stuff candy that I would have to take before my basketball games. I would save it for years. So just a little bit before every game, I had to listen to Be Like Mike on my Walkman before every single game. In track, my marks for every event were a 23 made out of tape for where I would lead off from for long jump or high jump or whatever. So the obsession was real, but we only had what they gave us on what was then called Sports Channel. That was literally the name of what we watched them on back in the day, just Sports Channel, only one. And so to have all this access behind the scenes is going to be bringing me right back. I've been watching 90.
Wait, I have to stop you back to where you were. What was in his secret stuff that you were taking before?
It was candy from Space Jam, and it said MJ secret stuff, and it was like a weird powder like candy.
Okay, we'll stop you there. We don't need to know anymore. It was just like when he released the cologne made with real bits of Michael Jordan.
I did not buy the cologne.
Okay, you did have multiple restraining orders put against you by Jordan, so that's why you couldn't be interviewed.
Yeah.
All right, Cowlishaw, you didn't have access like Adande covering the team, and you weren't a maniacal whatever Sarah is, but you were covering sports at this time. What are you expecting to see?
I feel like I've lived a very unfulfilled life after listening to Sarah, but I'm going to try to go forward
we all have,
and at least enjoy the documentary. No, I mean, on the one hand, you feel like we've seen every Jordan game, every Bulls moment. By the 90s, I mean, we all had VHS, equipment. We were all able to see everything and rewatch it. But the behind-the-scenes stuff that Adande touched on, there's a lot of people there that didn't like each other. We know Scottie Pippen had gone from Horace Grant, his best friend in the early years, to whatever it was he thought of Rodman, which wasn't much. And all of that stuff that's going to obviously come out. And just how they did hold it together. I mean, they could have lost. It would have been normal to lose one of those finals, especially that last one against a good team. They never did. And this will maybe tell us why.
Real quick, Sarah, show everybody your earbuds case because, this is another cool part. We see all the J's behind you, but Look at that. That is fire. Love the look of that.
Color coordinated.
Color coordinated Jays. All right, get over yourself. We get it. You color coordinate your books and everything. One more thing we might see. I know this is a little bit before, but this is what we could see a lot of during this document. Look at Jay Adande. Look at the scuffed shoes, Jay. I mean, I know you got your.
That was the first repeat. I was in college. My shoe game wasn't the same. That was during the first.
19. We're getting it early. We ask, we receive. We cannot wait for this. Around the home.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.